I want to go to that church. I want to go to that church. Stupid dumb late night live stream. Should not be up. This is ridiculous. Came home from work at 8 and I laid down and that was it. I'm super tired. I don't know where it came from. Probably because I didn't rest from last week. I don't know. I'm just I took about a 4-hour nap. And so this live stream does not count for anything. I'm just up because I had a stupid, insanely illegal nap. All right, so pay all this no mind. This is all fiction. Yes, this is the witching hour stream. I should change the title to that. That's what I should do. Let's change the title. Yes, the witching hour stream. The witching hour. Boom. Okay. Listen, some stupid random topics that mean nothing, of no importance. Okay, I'm just here for the next 90 minutes because I'm up. Okay, I'm watching stupid, dumb 1980s horror movies. All right. How's everybody? Happy Friday. Yes, happy Friday. Okay, let's go over a bunch of videos. Yes, where do I want to go first? I'll save that for the Rick Owens fashion show. I'll save these watch videos for that. Let's go here. Tennessee Brando. Now, if what he's saying is true, then Jelly Roll is an industry plant. Okay, the white folk are starting to buck back at Jelly Roll. Now, once again, urban folk are always complaining. They always give us industry plants, and they never give the white folks. Yeah, they do the white folks too. They're just more prevalent in urban folks because they kind of perfected their techniques with urban folk. But let's go to Tennessee Brando. He's not buying the whole Jelly Roll artist motif. And I want to hear what he says. Once again, a lot of white folk, country white folk, really don't rock with Jelly Roll like that. Okay? So let's go here. Let's see what he has to say. I like Tennessee Brando, even though he's like a hardcore Democrat. I just like, God bless you, sir. But come on, let's go.
Circling around of Jelly Roll, and he's sitting around talking, not realizing that he's being recorded. And he said a lot of things that had a lot of people scratching their head. Before I sat down to make this video, I made it a point to go try to find the full clip so I could hear the entire context of what he was saying. And if I'm being brutally honest with you, 85 or 90% of it was just pure gibberish. I really couldn't understand what the conversation was even all about. It sounded like a bunch of kids in a treehouse to me. But there was some lines that jumped out at people, one of which a lot of people thought he was saying that he was pretty much like Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell. Actually, he was quoting someone else, what someone else had said about him. That's not the part that jumped off the page at me as much as what he said, and I did listen to the entire context around it, where he talked about how that he was going to infiltrate country music. And he said, we're going to infiltrate country music. I'm here to fuck country music. Now, I'm somebody that grew up on country music and love it dearly, but over the years, I've came to have a relationship with country music where it's a love-hate kind of thing, and it's pretty much been that way ever since 9/11. So when someone says, I'm going to infiltrate and I'm going to fuck country music, my antenna goes up, and I want to hear more, and I want to understand more about where this person come from. Well, if you start digging back into Jelly Roll's life and where he came from, yeah, he's been in jail, and yeah, he's been a criminal.
Yeah, the whole Kid Rock thing. Everyone starts off as a rapper in the urban sectors, and then either the niche works or it doesn't, and they got to go back to the drawing board. But I'm listening, Tennessee. I hear you.
The past, and yeah, now he's lost all this weight, and good for him for doing that. But he starts off in music as a rapper with cornrows in his hair. That's where he starts, and that never works out well for any white dude that's name isn't Eminem. Okay, it just doesn't. They never ever go on to evolve or grow in that. It always fizzles out because it's not real and it's not authentic. And so Jelly Roll decides, well, you know what? I'll just go to country music and I'll get an office there and I'll just infiltrate country music and I'll funk country music. And there's a reason why that he would think that. Ever since 9/11, country music took an even more drastic shift to the right. I'm not saying that country music was ever liberal or progressive necessarily. However, back in the day, a lot of the outlaw country that people listened to back then, they saw the beards and the long hair and the leather on the Telecasters and stuff like that, and they thought, oh, this is outlaw, this is rebellious. But a lot...
Your Travis Tritt is the one comes to mind the most. Travis Tritt, highly outspoken, highly inflammatory, good old Southern boy. Travis Tritt has said some crazy things over the years. So when he says outlaw country, I think the first person that comes to mind is Travis Tritt. Waylon Jennings is an old head, but for what the demographic he's talking about, I think more Travis Tritt than Waylon Jennings. But come on, let's continue. A
lot of those guys, had a lot of progressive viewpoints, and if they came out today with some of the albums they made, if Johnny Cash came out with The Trail of Tears, if Chris Christopherson had came out with some of the songs that he came out with back in the day, people would have been calling them woke. And people were back then. There were hardcore conservatives who didn't like the things Johnny Cash and Willie Nelson were saying. Groups like the Flying Burrito Brothers, Graham Parson and Chris Hillman, groups like that were frowned upon for being too progressive. So, country music, I'm not saying was ever a progressive genre, but after 9/11, it got even more hard in the paint right wing. And you started seeing people like Toby Keith come out, singing his songs about, going to war and putting a boot up their ass and all that ridiculous bullshit that he sang. And then it just became like, hey, let's sell Ford trucks, let's sell Doritos, let's sell boats during the summertime. You can literally, if you listen to mainstream country radio, you can know, if you hadn't been outside all year long, you would know what it was doing outside based on what country radio does, because it's like, I'm going to buy me a boat this time, and then we're going to head down to the bar in a few months, and then we're going to buy a truck, and then, oh yeah, we're going to go to war, and then, oh yeah, we're going to take our country back, and hell, now they went so far as they just want to drink their beer and, catch their fish and pet their dog and all this stupid bullshit. It just became a genre where people who couldn't make it in other genres decided to go. That's really what country music sadly became, the mainstream country music genre.
Okay, he has a point. Shabuzi, who's the K Michelle, right? Okay. Now some of y'all may argue, well, K Michelle made it in urban R&B. Yeah, but why she leave? If that's the case, then why she leave? Was she always a country artist at heart and had to dumb down her music for acceptance, and now she's finally back home where she belongs? If that's an argument I guess you could make, but I've never recalled K Michelle ever saying I got the heart of a country girl. I grew up on country music. I've never heard her say that, but I don't listen to her like that. Yeah, Post Malone's another one. Had to dumb his music down, unfortunately for the niggers, until they can get to a point where they can go back home. Right? Okay, come on.
It became a place where rappers and rock...
Is that what she said? She said she's always been a country girl. I didn't know. I've never known. I didn't know. I stand corrected.
And people who could not succeed in that world could come over and sing a bastardized version of what they were doing with a country accent, and then lean into country stereotypes and country caricatures and make a profit off of it. And that's what offends me so much about someone saying, I'm going to infiltrate and I'm going to fuck it. What they're saying is, I can't make it over here as this rapper because that's not authentic. It's not really who I am, and everybody can see through it. So I'll go over here and I will sing everything with a little bit more of a country accent, and I will lean into the country cliches, and then I will play the ultimate country music grift and the ultimate grift that everyone does. Once I've milked that for as much as I can get out of it, then I will turn to Jesus, because everyone loves when someone does that. I was a broken man and now I found Jesus, and now Jesus is the most powerful thing in the world. And that's what we're seeing someone like a Jelly Roll do. So today I would like to talk to you about Policy Genius.
Okay, interesting. She's from Memphis. Yeah, but there's a bunch of rap guys from Memphis too. When I hear Memphis, I don't think country music. I think Black Haven, White Haven. I think who's from Memphis? 666, 36. Like, I think rap. Dolph, Yo Gotti. Like, I think rap before I think country from Memphis. So her being from Memphis means what? It's like I said, if you say Memphis, I think rap. I don't think country. Now, if you say Nashville, I automatically think country. But not Memphis. Memphis, niggas in Memphis. My cousin lives in Memphis. Yeah, 8-Ball, MJG. Yeah, I don't think most urban folks' first inclination is to think country music when they hear a black person from Memphis. I could be wrong, but I automatically think hip hop or rap.
And took his moment to thank Jesus Christ. If you remember, those of you that saw the video of me talking about that, I didn't knock him for that. I didn't say, hey, I did not knock him for doing that. What I said was I couldn't have personally done that because I couldn't have quoted Jesus.
Yes, I hear you. But as of the last 20 years, Memphis has been known more for rap music. Dolph and Gotti. Like, yeah, you're right. But what has Memphis been attached to, connotated to? Once again, I think the average black person, you say music from Memphis, they're thinking rap. Duke Deuce, Memphis. I don't think country. I've never thought country. Once again, I've always thought country from Nashville. That's the capital. Nashville is the country music capital of the world. That's why everybody moves to Nashville to crack off their country career. They don't do Memphis. They move to Nashville. So I don't think, that's just my thoughts.
Thanked him for helping me lose weight or helping me find my car keys. I would have had to have said, Jesus is against injustice. I would have had to point it out that Jesus said, if anyone hurts the little children, it'd be better than a millstone be tied around their neck and then cast to the bottom of the sea than to stand before me in the day of judgment. That's all I said. And then I saw the clip of Jelly Roll after that being asked. He's being asked, what do you think about the people who did use this moment to talk about politics, and what do you think about the current state of politics in America? And then he did the old classic, well, I'm just a dumb redneck. I don't even have a phone. I don't even watch it. I don't even know what's going on in this world. But you'll know real soon. You'll know what I'm about. I'll let everybody know loud and clear, which made no sense to me. And actually, I have less respect for that than the people that just goes ahead and goes hard in the paint with it. Anytime I see somebody come out and take a stand and then start dialing it back and walking it back, I'm never impressed by that, and I just think that's absolutely ballless. Whatever you say in this world, just lean into it and own it. Just be yourself. Even if you disagree with me, even if you're not on the same political side, I would have much more respect for somebody that said, hey, this is what I think. If he'd have just went ahead and said, you know what, fuck Bad Bunny for saying that. He shouldn't have used that moment. Fuck him. Okay, fine, we can disagree with that all day. But to sit back and try to play, I'm just a dumb redneck, I don't even have a phone, what that was screaming is, I've got to keep this grift going. Mm-hmm. And my audience is mostly made up of MAGA people. My audience is mostly made up of conservatives. And in the country music vein that I came here to infiltrate and fuck, I can't really speak ill against Donald Trump or anything to do with the conservative establishment. I can't really say fuck ice out loud or anything like that. So I'll just say I'm a dumb redneck and I don't even have a phone. But this is a guy that's on WWE. This is a guy that, is in the mainstream of everything. And he doesn't have a phone. He doesn't keep up with anything. And he can't comment on Americans being murdered in the street because he's afraid if he does, that might piss off his base. I wouldn't want that base. You couldn't give me that base. If I'd have had a base like that, I would have absolutely pissed them off within 2 minutes. I look back at my life and the times that I was that close to having a record deal, and I go, you know what? If that had came through for me and I had made it, and then I got interviewed on a country music radio station and they asked me what I thought about the current state of politics, everybody would have been burning my albums in the street. So this is just another one of those classic MAGA grifts. And the only thing I will say is, for a while, I actually kind of believed him in a way. He seemed more genuine than, say, a Kid Rock. He seemed more genuine than like a Jason Aldean.
Yeah, when he won those first set of Grammys, he was on the verge of tears. Like he was like, I didn't know. Mind you, he has a porn star wife. Okay, he's living a dream. He lost weight, got a porn star wife. He got custody of his kids. You know what I'm saying? Got his kids back. So he was living a dream. So in the very beginning, yeah, I could see why he fell for it. I'm sure a lot of people did, because I'm sure at one point he was genuinely just happy to be here, humble,
I'm all for people who were once upon a time a scumbag turning their life around. I'm all for people getting better health-wise. I'm not a perfect person either. I'm far from it. I am no saint. Anyone that looks up to me as a hero, I'm not, and never claimed to be. But I also never went out there and tried to grift off of religion. I never tried to grift off of a genre, and I never said I'm going to go into that genre because I can't make it over here, so I'm going to go into this genre and I'm just going to fuck it right straight in its ass and
okay, I'm gonna leave it there. Shout out to Tennessee Brando. I like his political takes, but once again, he's a hardcore demo, which I don't fault him. You believe what you believe in, but I like his takes. He seems pretty even keeled and pretty open to a lot of things. Let me see. Man, Pooh Shiesty. I used to live in Memphis. Yeah, see. I mean, Drake's dad, Memphis. Like, Like, not country, like blues, blues, funk, hip hop. I don't think country when I hear Memphis. You say Nashville, instantly country, instantly country. But that's just how I see it. Beyonce has always been proud of being a country girl from Houston. So, okay, her being a country girl has nothing to do with her also grifting country music. That you believe that was in a country album? That shit she put out. This woman moves from genre to genre every album release. Was it like 4 years ago? She was Black Power Ungawa with the Lemonade album. Let's not do this, y'all. Beyonce is the furthest thing from a country artist, or that album was not a country album. Just because you talk with a twang and you put some sliding guitars in your music, that's not a country album. Sorry. It just doesn't work for me. Doesn't work for me. Okay. Shout out to Tennessee Brando. Let's continue. Oh, let's go here. Oh, no. Wait. What is this? What is that? What is this? What is that? And what is this? Okay. Let's talk some Freemasonry, shall we? This is funny, but sad at the same time. So, many years ago, I made the distinction between speculative Freemasonry, basically the white version versus the Prince Halls, right? And I've said many times on record in law that Prince Hall Masons are basically clandestine. There's no rules and regulations that the white guys have to accept and acknowledge Prince Halls. Now, some of your greatest black leaders are Prince Hall Masons. That's no diss to them. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Form Runner. But even he'll tell you they've been marked as clandestine. I've been always of the position is, if you're gonna get into this shit, just go straight to the source. I don't mean for the knowledge, but if you're trying to get somewhere and be acclimated to a certain social circles, then go straight to the white boys. Why are you wasting your time? You understand? So many years ago, I made clear distinctions between one versus the other, and then how the other doesn't respect or even doesn't acknowledge the others. And then people try to give me pushback. Well, they're allowed in the lodges. Yeah, some of the white boys will fellowship with Prince Halls in their lodges. They're not all completely just assholes about it. But on paper, legally, they don't have to acknowledge Prince Hall Masons. And once again, legally, on paper, they are clandestine. That has never changed. Will not change. So let's go here. Mississippi had a vote to make sure that the distinction stays. Right? Their Grand Lodge in Mississippi had a vote to keep no longer recognizing Prince Hall Masons. Oh my God! So 9 years ago, I was talking about this stuff. Right? If you're gonna go to, why go to an HBCU? See, now here's the thing. Okay, so the path, if you're trying to get your kids to the path of the path of the ultimate top of the food chain, these certain social circles, why would you send your kids to an HBCU to join a black frat versus sending your kids to a PWI and have them join their frats, or their institutions? Okay, the ultimate goal is to be amongst them that make the decisions and not be so much of a pawn or a lapdog with the black version. Why would I waste my child's time in doing so? And 9 times out of 10, them blacks gonna do you way worse than these white boys gonna do you. That's always been my argument. That's always been my position. Once again, this is not a shot to Prince Hall Freemason at all, not at all. But if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this the right way. I tell you, don't deal with the York rights. Go with the Scottish Rite. Stop playing. Everybody knows the York Rite, the Blue Lodge, is a joke. when it gets to the point when your urban celebs that are Yorkites get the flash in their rings and with the blue, it's like, I can't take y'all serious. You ain't never seen Scottish Rite out here promoting Scottish Rite. They'll never come out here and pull that shit that Shaq did. Nobody respects the York. The blue line. No one, no. But never mind. Versus I'm sorry. How many black kids have died from hazing at black schools with their black bandmates and their black fraternities? So, whose trauma you want for your child? Your black trauma or the white trauma? Pick a struggle. Pick a struggle. Pick a struggle. Pick a struggle. We can do this black hazing thing all day long. Is that where you want to go with this? You really want to go there? Okay. So real quick, let's go here. He's upset because, he doesn't see color. This guy here, he's open to all. If you're a Mason, you're a Mason in his eyes, no matter what, which sect it is. But Mississippi said no. Mississippi said no. Let's go.
In the Grand Lodge of Mississippi. So overwhelming majority of the members in Mississippi, and I'll give you the exact numbers, 617 nay, 200 yay regarding the...
These are huge numbers. Look at that. Look at that. Over 800 votes. 600 said no. We don't want to deal with Prince Hall Masons. We don't want to recognize Prince Hall Masons. Okay? Now, I'm not saying this is the sentiment through all lodges in the country, but yeah. Kind of, sort of, yeah. You understand? They don't want to be bought. They want complete separation. And once again, they voted to keep Prince Hall's clandestine. Okay? They took them to court to ensure they remain clandestine. Okay? 869 total votes. 529 lodge votes present. 340 past master votes present. 179 lodges present. So what does this tell you? The majority don't want to be bothered. What's there to be mad at? Now, I understand why the white man's upset. I get it. It looks bad, but at the end of the day, the majority spoke. The majority of your brethren don't want to be dealing with them like that. So, but come on, let's go.
Regarding the recognition of the most worshipful Springer Grand Lodge. So I will tell you that voting in a Grand Lodge is about the most democratic thing anybody can do in a Grand Lodge. Everything else is pretty autocratic in Masonry. So the members voted. You don't have to like it. It is what it is. There's lots of conversations from other jurisdictions. I know Masons are writing their Grand Lodges and, asking for, recognition to be pulled. There's unintended consequences for everything. But I will tell you, there's a few things that have been surfacing since that are disturbing. The Grand Lodge of Mississippi has a Facebook page, and a lot of people are... They have opinions on one camp or the other, right? For example, as you see up on the screen here, Shug Back says, I will pay my dues now. I was waiting on the vote.
Damn. Right? Okay. This is what happens when you force Civil Rights Act down people's throats that didn't want to integrate with you to begin with. This is what happens when you try to force yourself into other people's way of living. This is what happens. Okay?
I was waiting on the vote. So got lots of opinions there. Then if you'll see up, there's a medallion that's I've seen in several folks' Facebook profiles. It's the 200 to vote for principal. So obviously this is support for voting for the recognition. Here's another Facebook post we saw. I'm a master mason in Mississippi, and I refuse to stand by the systematic exclusion that still haunts our fraternity. Racism has no place in Freemasonry. It's shameful that we remain one of the last holdouts of division. I stand for a Freemasonry that values a man's characters. Just know that the vote does not speak for all Masons.
Now, that sounds nice, but take your ass to Europe. Take your ass to Europe. Go tell that to a Bavarian Mason, in Bavaria, Germany. Go tell the Bavarians that. Go tell the Bavarians that. Sounds nice. I know you mean well, but the reality is. Let's continue.
In Mississippi. From Jeff Honia, and I'll let you dive into the rest of the information that's on his Facebook page. He says in his Facebook post, sad that only 2 U.S. Masonic Grand Lodge jurisdictions have the balls to respect the traditions and wisdom the Masonic lodges should have. This basically means you can only be a real Mason in Mississippi and South Carolina. Anywhere else, you're just attending an open meeting of former Masons.
Now, my question would be to all the white Masons that are upset that their black brothers were not included. Then why don't y'all mount a campaign to undo the court ruling to formally recognize Prince Hall Masons as no longer clandestine? Do you understand? These Grand Lodges took these motherfuckers to court to make sure it stays that way. So if you're really upset, then go overturn that court order. Or go revisit that case. Try that case again. Go ahead, mount up a campaign with all the cool white Freemasons that want their black brothers in with the lodges with them to be recognized, and mount the campaign and take this case back to court for a different outcome. Okay? All right, come on.
That's really interesting. Here's another photo from his Facebook page. That kind of explains a lot. And again, there's no intentionally wronging or defrauding. You've got this on your Facebook page. If we can see it, everyone else. So obviously that's disturbing. For me, and my opinion only, the most disturbing thing after what was going on in the Grand Lodge of Mississippi with the vote, again, you don't have to like the vote. It is what it is. The members voted. But the situational awareness from this post is disturbing to me by the now current Grand Master. On the screen, Saturday, February 28th, Magnolia Lodge in Biloxi will host the Confederate degree team. Myself, posted by Grover Vining, along with several Grand Lodge officers, plan to attend. Please come and fellowship with us all. I think activities kick off around 11, and I know Worshipful Johnny Hughes will make everyone feel welcome. Well, maybe not everyone. So think about that. Now, I'm getting ready to take you into an interview that I've got with Cameron Mayers, a member of the Grand Lodge of Mississippi, to talk about everything that happened from his perspective.
Okay, so let's jump to him real quick. I just want to hear his take on it, and then I'm gonna get out, and then we'll move on. Okay, let's go.
Welcome to the Old Fashioned Masonic Podcast, where we talk all things Freemasons while drinking an old fashioned. I'm Brian, and this familiar face that you've seen on the screen before, Cameron Mayers. Welcome back to the podcast.
Thank you for having me again. I feel like I should be a co-host. Just to get
Man, I got to tell you, you've got rights there. That's for sure. Grand Lodge of Mississippi. It was moved to a new venue this year, right? Did it go to Tunica, like at a casino? Am I dreaming this?
A Hollywood casino in Tunica, but not Tunica proper, because apparently Tunica is way larger than I originally thought it was.
Okay, all right. So we have the Grand Lodge session there, and I didn't hear from you, so I got lots of questions. So, well, first of all, let me ask you a yes or no. Did you go to the Grand Lodge session?
Of course I did. I went that morning, obviously, but a busy post-grad class schedule. I had to leave directly after lunch. So most of the voting, actually all of the voting, I was not present for. But I was there for the early half of the morning, drove from obviously where I am now to Tunica, back up to Arkansas for classes, then back down for the later night of just saying like, hey, gets together, brotherly bonds, things like that.
Okay, very cool. So, wow, that's a lot going on there. So, um, lots of listeners in Mississippi, and as this was leading in, so there were 800 voting members in that room from the count that I got, roughly, right? A little over 800. In fact, I say that. Let me be a little more accurate because the fact checkers out there, so there were 869 total votes present at this annual communication, to my understanding. There were 520 lodge votes present, 340 past master votes present, adding up to the 869. And the information I received, there were 179 lodges present at this annual communication. So there were 869 voting members in the room, but there were obviously would be more than that because sometimes folks come to Grand Lodge and they're not a voting organization.
Yeah.
So a lot of folks there. Anytime you have something like per capita or guns or Masonic trials or, I don't know, recognizing PHA, that tends to fill a room. So
now you see all the fezzes in the back. Not for all, this is where all the Moors would come in. You see all the fezzes this man has in the back, right? You got the sword over the star, right? The scimitar over the womb of the woman, which is not a good thing. But you see all these fezzes back here, y'all. All right, come on. Now this is years old stuff I've covered over the decade. I don't, been there, done that.
Since you weren't in, I want to go through a few things. So how does Mississippi how do they do their Grand Lodge votes? Are they hands? Are they ballots? Are they clickers?
Yeah, so we moved to clickers for the first time in my Masonic tenure. I know they've previously done it, I think maybe before COVID really hit was the last time, just from my knowledge. But usually, depending on the vote, it can be like hand ballots. It can be obviously paper ballots. Paper ballots were obviously replaced with clickers this year for just easier.
Okay, I don't care about the voting process. I just want to get to the part where they discuss the vote itself.
Right. So a lot of folks are like, oh, I've never heard of such a thing, clutching of the pearls. Well, in Kansas, a past master gets a vote for life as well. So, good, bad, or indifferent, people have lots of views and opinions on that. That's how that works in Kansas, and there is a narrative that, well, the bad thing about that is all of these old crotchety past masters, with their old way of thinking, they can come in and sway a vote. That's one perspective for sure. But some, these slightly not so old, mid of the range, somewhat nice looking past masters, they might be a little more progressive than you think when it comes to the best interest of masonry. But let's push that to the side. You came in early. So what was the energy? Obviously, you weren't in there for the vote, but what was the energy like leading up? Was it tense? Were they talking? Did folks come up and talk to you?
Obviously, I think just me knowing people and me being a pretty prominent vocal voice of like in the Grand Lodge of Mississippi, people do. And I'm obviously well known and well familiar with people. I'm very friendly with people who are very friendly towards me. So, just talking and things like that, obviously people saying like, hey, like, I'm glad your name's on the resolution. I'm glad like we're voting on this year. But of course, that wasn't the only thing we were voting on. There was a very public Grand Lodge injunction and trial that also needed to be addressed and things like that. So people were there for many reasons. People were not there for many reasons, just given that it was in the middle of the week as opposed to more on the weekends, how we usually do it. Yeah. But that's really how it was going in and the vibe of everything.
So I do want to ask on the clicker. So before...
Okay, I'm over it. Okay, I'm over it. Once again, they've been clandestine since what year was that court case? Hold up. Okay. Okay. Let's go here. All right. Let's go here. All right. Most U.S. states now recognize Prince Hall Grand Lodges. A few predominantly white Grand Lodges, particularly in the South, historically or currently hold out on full recognition. Right? Mississippi, Louisiana, Georgia, and South Carolina. Okay? And I can tell you from firsthand knowledge, over there when you leave this country, they don't view Prince Halls and very kindly. I'm telling you as a fact. When you leave this country and you take your regalia with you, thinking, oh, it's we international and they gon' no. I'm telling you no. All right. Let's see. I want to find the court case. Let's see. As of 2026, only a few states, mostly in the South, Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, South Carolina, West Virginia, have not yet officially recognized their respective Prince Hall Grand Lodges. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. Cases where Prince Hall affiliates have sued to stop truly fraudulent, non-recognized groups. The mainstream Grand Lodges are not actively suing legitimate PHA masonry to remain clandestine. So about 20 years ago, there was a case where they reaffirmed that we're going to keep this thing clandestine. Okay? All right. Okay. Prince Hall lodges were once declared clandestine by many U.S. Grand Lodges due to racial segregation and disputes over legitimacy. Most U.S. jurisdictions now recognize Prince Hall Grand Lodges as legitimate, and they are not generally considered clandestine today, unless you're in the South or unless you're in Europe. UK. Okay, this is what I know. Europe, UK don't recognize them for a fact. There's some African lodges that don't recognize them either. So this is a little bit more than just stateside stuff. You understand? Okay. Oh my God, I covered this year. Yeah, this was years ago. I covered this stuff. Okay. Let's continue. I want to go. Where am I going? Hey, let's go here with T.I. Let's go with T.I. and the power of a record label. I'm so glad T.I. is saying what needed to be said, because people are always complaining and bitching and whining about the labels, and I'm like, okay.
Independently, does that success hit differently for you?
It does.
Sir, I've never claimed to be a Satanist. Now, I throw the term around to piss off people. I'm not a Satanist, okay? It's the same label that paid his $3 million bond for those gun and silencer charges. You fucking write the labels, get it done. It's the same label that put up his $3 million bond. This is when Leo and all the Def Jam guys were over there at Atlantic running Atlantic. Okay. So yeah, T.I. can never talk bad about the labels, ever. Because they came through for you in a clutch. Big time. Okay. Shout out to T.I. T.I. is one of those artists that is going to make it with or without a label, period. So shout out to him for saying, all right. Okay, let's continue. So let's go here. Let me pull this up. Hold up. Okay. Let's go here. So we're gonna piggyback off the Jelly Roll situation with the country music being infiltrated. We're gonna go here to rock music. This is why the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is a joke. Okay, shout out to Billy Corgan, Smashing Pumpkins. Okay, all right. The plot to destroy rock and roll, to replace it with rap. Go figure. Come on.
Billy Corgan of the Smashing Pumpkins about the state of rock music and its decline over the last 30 years, and whether or not that decline was organic or whether perhaps there were some shadowy figures meddling in the culture and wanting for some reason to replace it with something else. Now, I must say, this has a lot to do with why I actually started Rockfeed, growing up watching rock music seemingly everywhere, and then kind of out of nowhere, nobody in the mainstream talks about it anymore. They almost intentionally keep it off of mainstream broadcasts everywhere, despite the fact that to this day, for reasons that I do not understand, so many pop artists, despite having 40 million monthly listeners on Spotify, can barely sell clubs in the US. Really odd, but rock bands with a fraction of those monthly listeners to this day destroy them in ticket sales. People with the backing of major labels, people with huge marketing budgets behind them struggling to fill up clubs. But rock bands are doing arenas all over the place to this day. I don't really get it. It's pretty interesting stuff, though, when you dive down into this, as the great Billy Corgan is doing. So, why did rock music decline in the late 90s and early 2000s and ever since then? He gives an interesting explanation. For decades, rock and metal fans have whispered about a conspiracy, a deliberate, calculated industry plot to kill rock music in the mainstream.
Now, two things can be true. If y'all believe that secret meeting that took place to destroy hip hop, why would you not think they could do the same thing to rock music and replace it with hip hop as the vehicle of cultural destruction? Right? So everyone believes that meeting took place. The meeting was real. And then here goes NWA and God knows whoever else that they used as engines for destruction, for cultural destruction. So two things can be true, right? The same men that voted to put hip hop as the engine could be the same men that say, you know what, let's push rock to the side and let this rap thing, let's see where we can take this rap thing. Yeah? Okay, come on.
Sounds like pure paranoia, but what if it's actually true? Smashing Pumpkins frontman Billy Corgan recently blew the lid off this exact theory. He stated bluntly, rock has been purposely dialed down in the culture. And when you look at the actual paper trail, the lawsuits and the money, Corgan is not spinning a conspiracy. He points to a mysterious wizard behind the curtain. Here's a clip from his recent podcast.
Who was the wizard behind the curtain? All I know is I saw the gravity shift. If you were at MTV or around MTV, 1997, 98, suddenly they decided rock was out,
right,
when rock was still
right,
very, very high up in the thing. And it was replaced by rap.
Right.
They immediately changed the way their standards and practices immediately shifted.
Right.
So now that things that weren't allowed were suddenly allowed, people were waving guns. Okay. So some people assert that the CIA was involved in all that, again, above my pay grade, but I saw it happen. I did witness it happen.
So he's talking about being around MTV in the late 90s, and suddenly they really are shifting away from rock for some reason, even though rock was still massive, and it's getting replaced significantly by hip hop around that time. You can see a lot of R&B and stuff getting pushed. People are now suddenly able to wave guns. A lot of music videos before that weren't allowed to include that. And he says that some people assert that the CIA was involved, and he says it's above his grade, but there's a lot of books written on culture and how it relates to music, pretty interesting stuff. But the real smoking gun wasn't just on television, it was in Washington. Back in 1996, the US government passed the Telecommunications Act. Maybe this could be one reason. Before this, there were strict limits on how many radio stations one single company could own. This kept radio alive. Local DJs could discover a regional rock band and break them to a massive audience organically, which was how so many great bands would rise to the top. Now, the 1996 Act eliminated those caps. Overnight, massive corporations bought up commercial radio across the entire...
NS Communications. Oh, who's the big one? Oh my God. There's like 3 big ones. And like NS is like number 4. I forget their names. But they all just started, it turned into another Ma Bell situation just with the radio stations instead of telephones. Right? Okay.
Entire country. Companies grew to own hundreds and hundreds of stations. The local radio DJ was dead, replaced by corporate programming directors enforcing the exact same playlist from coast to coast. The pipeline for new rock bands to break through was instantly destroyed. So why did these massive new radio corporations freeze out rock? It comes down to control and cash. Perhaps a 5-piece rock band is a nightmare for a corporate record label. They demand artistic control. They write their own songs. They want to own their publishing. They split the money 5 ways. But a solo pop star is cheap to produce and incredibly easy to control. A massive media company can take a good-looking singer, pair them with an industry songwriter, and force-feed the track to the hundreds of radio stations they now own until the public accepts it. And they were literally paying to force-feed it back then. Payola, the illegal practice of paying radio stations to play specific songs, never went away back then.
Okay, actually, it's what makes it illegal is the not reporting. It's legal for you to pay a radio station. It's illegal for the radio station to not report that you're paying for a spin. That's what makes it illegal, because they don't report it. But let's continue.
It just put on a suit. In the early 2000s, massive investigations uncovered that major record labels were making multi-million-dollar backroom deals with radio chains to push certain pop artists while freezing others out. Millions of dollars in fines were handed, but the damage was already done. The labels invested their bribe money into pop and hip-hop and deliberately starving rock of mainstream oxygen. And the industry had the perfect excuse to justify the pivot: Woodstock 99. The disastrous festival was plagued by fires, riots, and violence. The mainstream media weaponized the chaos, painting rock culture as dangerous and completely out of control. It gave corporate executives the perfect cover to say rock was a liability, allowing them to pivot entirely to safer, heavily manufactured bubblegum pop acts. But as Corgan correctly points out, the fans never actually left.
Qualitative things and great artists came in, but there was this overt shift. I saw it happen.
Right.
Pop is completely dominant. Rock is probably the most dominant ticket selling thing in the Western world, and yet there's almost no representation of rock in culture.
Right.
So why do we have that schism? I think they purposely dialed down the ability of rock stars to have a voice in the culture.
Now, and that perfectly stated. And now you have hip hop artists in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. All right. Make of it what thou wilt. Make of it what thou wilt. Hey, let's go here. Family fatigue. Okay, family fatigue.
Mother was shot and killed by her husband, who then took his own life. It all happened in Brookwood Hospital less than 24 hours ago. A Jefferson County coroner's report says Precious Johnson was shot multiple times. Authorities say she was a patient in the hospital. Family members say the 24-year-old had just had a baby with her husband, 19-year-old Kenneth Terry Jr. According to the coroner, Terry died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Homewood police think the hospital shooting was a domestic-related murder-suicide. WVTM 13's Lisa Crane joins us live and local from Brookwood Hospital. Lisa, you spoke with family members in the Alabama Hospital Association today. What have you learned?
Well, I did speak with Kenneth Terry's mother today. As you can imagine, she is devastated. She did not want to speak on camera, but she told me she just can't understand what happened. She said this young couple was having some marital problems, and Precious Johnson did not want Terry's family at the hospital when she delivered the baby, but she still can't comprehend that her son could be violent. 19-year-old Kenneth Terry had a lot going on in his life. His mother tells me he had finished Army National Guard boot camp, had married 24-year-old Precious Johnson.
Okay, he's 19, she's 24. That's a red flag for me. That's a huge red flag for me. That's what I said too. The baby wasn't his. That's my suspicion. I'm putting my money on the baby wasn't his. Let's continue.
And they were expecting a baby. But Sunday night, after Johnson delivered her baby, authorities say Terry shot her several times and then turned the gun on himself.
I think it's a sad, but this was an isolated incident. And I will say in my 30 years of working at the Hospital Association and representing our hospitals in the state, this is the first time something has occurred like this.
Because of this tragic incident, Howard says we could see changes to security protocol at hospitals like Baptist Health Brookwood.
Oh, yeah, you about to see metal detectors in hospitals. Oh, for sure.
I wanted to get an idea of the security there. Less than a day after the shootings, I walked through the labor and delivery unit unchecked.
The hospital.
After a new mother.
Okay. I'm going to suspect the baby wasn't his. And homeboy said, okay, I got you. You know, tragic, but hey, stop playing with people. Stop playing with people. Let's continue. Let's continue. Now, I thought this was a skit, and this is not a skit. This is not a skit. I thought this was a skit. Okay? I tried to look for confirmation that this was a skit. This was not a skit. Okay? Let's go. This is madness.
For what?
You need to leave. I need you gone. Like, you gotta go.
Can we revisit this after the holidays?
No, today. We not doing that after holidays and prolonging this whole process. No.
So you're gonna ruin the holidays for everyone, for the kids, for
the holidays
my family.
Wasn't on your mind when you did what you did. Like, we're not doing this. This is cyclical. This is a cycle, which you know.
Okay, but what? Okay, so your birthday, I was planning something real big.
That's
and
fine.
Now
that's my birthday. I don't need anything.
Can we
No, that's 7-8 months out. No.
So there is no reconciliation right now?
No. There's always a reconciliation. There's always a reclamation. There's always a recycle. We're not. No. You gotta go.
Are you really doing this right now?
No, you doing that right now on the camera?
I've been trying. I've done everything that you asked me to do.
You being real studio right now. You gotta go.
Please don't do this. Like, the holidays are coming, the kids
Don't put this on me. Like, let's not do this. Don't put it on me.
You know,
Be
I've been
accountable.
going through so much.
No, you've been putting yourself in so much.
Please
these are your actions.
Don't do this. We can fix this.
There's no fixing. You gotta go.
Oh my God.
You gotta go.
Like, this is not happening right now.
It has to
I
happen
can't
right
lose
now.
you.
It's already lost. It's already lost.
I've given you the opportunity to correct the things that you've needed to correct in this relationship.
And they've been corrected without
And I feel like
repeat,
it's not
since
being
we're on the
reciprocated
R
for
words.
me. I feel like I've given you all the opportunity to do what needs to be
was
done, and you
reciprocated and not
don't give me the
repeated.
same space to get the things done that I need to fix. I know I can fix it. Please.
You need to rectify with yourself.
Woke me up.
Ah, my gosh. Hey, you know what? My advice to all men, no matter how long you've been in your relationship, even marriage, be prepared to walk away. I don't care how long you've been with her. Be prepared to walk away. Okay? I don't care if you 20 years, 30 years, 10 months, 1 year, 5 years. Be prepared to walk away. Okay. Let's continue. Let's okay, what topics did I have? Because I really didn't have them. Okay. Let me save Patrick Beverly. Let me save that. Let's go here. I always wanted to get Takara's take on her time on the America's Next Top Model. So let's see what she has to say.
Controlled environment. We're mic'd up all the time. Basically, we were like rats in the mice trap. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were controlled on which way we could go or not go. Like, yeah, we had a decision to go right and left, but if you went a certain way, there might be a roadblock.
Takara's here! Like, hey, Takara!
Hey, Skinny Minnie! In the beginning of Top Model, you see where they was like, well, Eva, and everyone has said something about Eva, and they did a clip, and you see all these girls go, say her name, pop her name out there. You didn't see me say that, but the producers backstage, they were trying to get you to say.
Was Eva really being a bitch behind the scenes, or was it over-exaggerated? What was your experience like with Tyra Banks during Cycle 3?
I was fangirl, and I never really looked at her in a bad light during the season. Till this documentary.
I thought it was on purpose that the directors did not contact you.
Eva? Then I didn't see Yaya. Oh no, it's definitely a choice.
You heard Shandy's story. What were your thoughts about all of that?
Tyra, you did know. You had her on a talk show. You talked about editing. You talked about the film. You knew she didn't want to see it. And it's like you just didn't validate her. And Mr. J, everybody.
Were you shocked when you heard that Miss J
Had a stroke. He taught her how to walk. Because it's like, what do you do when you have that much power and you have that much control? You know,
Is she wearing a bra under? Is that a bustier under? What the fuck we doing, girl? What is this? Okay, I'm just listening.
She did it, right? And she had all this power and all this fame, and I'm just shocked. Like
You think Mr. J, Miss J, Nigel, do you think they should also share in some of that backlash too?
The truth is
it sad that...
Okay, they chopping shit up. I don't care at this point. Oh, he threw me off. I'm good. I don't want to go through all that. I'm cool. I mean, let's get to Patrick Beverly, y'all. Patrick Beverly beat up his sister because she was sneaking out of the house to go be with her boyfriend. This is a mess, man. This is a whole freaking mess. Y'all ready for this? Let's go.
I get a call around 3 o'clock in the morning. Mind you, I have a 5 o'clock in the morning flight to LA. I work out for some teams. I get interrupted with a call at 3 o'clock from mom. It's like, I need you to come over here fast. Like, man, what's going on? What happened? Into the house, go to mom's room. Mom explains to me, sister not in the house when she's supposed to. The same situation happened to mom last year. Someone called police on mom. CPS got involved, threatened to take my sister. So this isn't just happened overnight. This has been a constant battle. Dealing with a young teenager who's in love. Yeah, we get it. Be in love. I love your love. It's so organic. It's so pure. It's so like strong. It's so like loyal. But like, just wait till you're 16. You're growing up too fast, if you know what I mean. Come in room, mom room, what's up, mom? She snuck out again. I'm like, I pull sister in next room. When I say pull, I mean arm, come here, right? I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? As a 37-year-old brother and the 15-year-old sister, it's not little sister, it's little daughter vibe. So the young man, he was cool, right? And they wanted me to file charges on him, and I made sure that didn't happen because I didn't want to mess up his life or anything like that, right?
First mistake, file charges. That's what I would have done, but come on.
He walks out the door, and my sister runs up behind him, right? And I grab her by her hoodie. When I say grab her by her hoodie, again, not by the hoodie back here, grab her by the hoodie like this. Like, where are you going? I'm heated, right? I leave the house, falling up behind a young man. And he's outside. I guess, he called law enforcement, and this has happened before. And police come. I open the door, like, yeah, nothing happened, mom, nothing happened, sister, nothing happened. And I look, and they're talking to my sister. And mom, like, that didn't happen. What are you saying? Like, what are you saying? Next thing you know, I'm detained, on the way to the police car, right? And they tell me, you're just being detained. This, and I'm like, okay, but like, why, right? No one's telling me. And I see a police car pull up behind, another police car pull up behind. And I'm like, what is going on right now? Mind you, I'm in the back, I got handcuffs on me, and then my sister runs, right, to the truck. Like, no, that didn't happen. Like, what are you guys doing? Like, and I'm telling everybody, calm down. Let's let them do their job. Like, let them do their job, right? Not knowing at all that I'm about to be locked up. Like, I can just imagine what people are saying. I just understand that the narrative that people are going off is only based on the police report, And like I said, I get it. I'll be looking at that shit the same way. But like, that's not at all what happened. Everybody got family issues.
Wow.
I'm detained. I'm in back of the car. The officer, he's Pat, I know exactly who you are. I don't know if he's trying to be good cop, bad cop vibe. First thing in the door was how tight the cuffs were. My God, like, I'm not familiar with the prison system. I'm not familiar with being locked up. I'm not familiar with handcuffs. I'm just not. I'm familiar with Gatorade bottles, towels, a basketball. I'm not familiar with the law enforcement umbrella. Instantly, first thing that stood off was back of the car, uncomfortable. Me being uncomfortable, I think that's what prison is, just totally being uncomfortable.
I'm embarrassed by the situation. I'm embarrassed of the accusations. I'm embarrassed of how the narrative is on
on social media. So I don't know if it's the right thing to do or not. It's probably not, but I've just been trying to stay off social media, stay off the grid until.
What? So this man dropped a whole motherfucking documentary? What? What is this? So he never put hands on her. Wow. I think it's time for him to let the family go. All of them. Especially trying to get back into the league. Yeah, let them go, man. Let them figure it out. Wow. If that is the case, if they embellished what took place and it cost him. Let's go here.
Include yourself into this shit. I didn't care nothing about what you had going on over there. You asked me. So this ain't got nothing to do with you unless you include yourself on the side of them niggas. You look like a quitter because you quit 2 times and you said it out. All right, so you pushing the narrative. No, I'm not pushing the narrative. I don't care about that narrative. This is a nigga supposed to be on my team.
Wow. So this is what happens when you sell out. You get the money, you get the big money, and then everyone starts falling out. Wow, that's crazy.
That's saying I'm a quitter, and you brought the nigga on the show to give him a chance to say it in my face. I brought him on the show? Oh yeah, that's your man's. Or did you ask him? No, I didn't ask him. I didn't talk to him after. No, did you ask him? He told me. Did you ask him? Wait, no, did you ask him? He told me. No, fuck all that. Man, now I'm curious. You didn't ask for this nigga the whole time. First, I was just trolling because you quit on us in video games and said if you won, you would never play again. That's what Brandon. That's what I was saying. Brandon, you was there. Brandon, did he say that out of his mouth in battle mode? Who was winning the championship 4 or 5 weeks in a row, bro? So he did say that. So what I was saying, it's all on film. It's all on film. Why Sean not here? Why Sean not here? Y'all go ahead. So it's all on film. Then when you're talking about Pat Bev, bro, you had Pat Bev. You asked for Pat Bev for a week. I ain't asked for shit. You did. I ain't asked for shit. We can get Steve on the line too. We can ask. We have it in the chat. We can get Steve on the line too. Pat Bev ain't make it. Oh, he's scared. Nigga, you even wore the Pat Bev shirt. We can get Steve on. Because they called me the day before and told me to be on. They called me the day before. Are you cool with Pat coming on? I was like, why would niggas have Pat coming on? Well, I mean, I don't know, but they had, all right, whatever. All right, I went and got the shirt made that day. Is this what y'all remember? So Pat Bev didn't cancel. Pat Bev didn't cancel for fucking a week.
Wow.
Pat Bev didn't cancel for a week. It's all good, man. Let's move on. I don't know. Let's move on, man. Yeah, let's move on. It's over. I addressed my shit. I had this shirt. That's above my pay rate. I addressed my shit. That's above my pay rate. The Raymond I addressed that shit. That's your problem. But don't try to bring the other bullshit to us. It's cool. Ain't no us, nigga. Kenyon and Brandon respect. You trolled Pat Bev for fucking 2 weeks. Every time we Kenyon and Brandon don't believe I'm a quitter. Kenyon and Brandon don't believe I'm a quitter. They don't believe. Don't do that. You believe I'm a quitter? That's between y'all. Hey, Joe, you believe I would? Joe, don't try to pretend. Joe, do you believe I would quit? I do not believe. You do not believe I would quit. All right, cool. That's it. I think Nick feels from the fucking mall. It's all good. God damn, dog. Stop trying to play us like that. It's all good, man. You had the shirt made for 2 fucking weeks. No, I didn't. Dragging that nigga. Oh, my turnaround time is 2 hours. My turnaround time is you can't win this. Yeah, you already showed your hand. Schedule because of that. You showed your hand, man. God damn. You showed your hand, bro. Motherfucker changed the fucking schedule for 2 weeks because of that shit. I changed the schedule.
What Pat Bev? Are you talking about the first Pat Bev or the season finale?
How I change any schedule when niggas y'all got topics and shit when I'm not even there. How I'm changing the schedule. I'm not even on when y'all talk about shit that I'm supposed to be talking about. How I'm changing. It's not even my show. So how do I have power over the schedule? Are you gonna answer?
I'm gonna know. Are you talking about the first Pat Bev appearance or the second one?
The first. Oh, he came back twice, didn't he? Oh, he came back a second time, and I wasn't invited on the second time either. I had to show up.
Wait, didn't you make a special appearance?
I had to show. I wasn't invited that show. I had to show up. Huh? The first one?
I said it was a bad look if he don't come back. I was like, this nigga don't work today? And I said, y'all fucked up for not having that man work.
No, the first one showed the first.
Okay. They all look and sound corny, which is even crazier. So this is what they said Pat Beverly did. Remember, okay? Beverly then seemingly scolded his sister before he grabbed her by her neck with both hands and picked her up off the ground by having her feet come up from the floor. His sister claims his grasp on her neck made her feel pain as if she was losing oxygen and unable to breathe, which lasted between 20 and 30 seconds. The sister stated Beverly took her out of the bedroom by the neck and slammed her body against the walls of an open room area of the house. She claims Beverly then laid her on the sofa, stood on top of her, and punched her approximately one time on her left eye with a closed fist. The sister added Beverly made a comment that he will be the family relative to off her. Wow, they sure did say he did all that. Jeezy Pete's. Okay, that's terrible. Yeah, they're done. Yeah, they're done. That's what happens when you take the big money. You take the big money, it's over. It's over. It's over. Had a good run. Had a good run. Okay, let's go here. Meta glasses. Meta glasses. Where do you think all that footage goes? Who do you think is privy to all that footage you record on those Meta glasses? Let's go here. Meta's Ray-Ban glasses need human data annotators to train the AI. When you say, hey, Meta, and ask the glasses to analyze something, that video gets sent to Meta's servers and then routed to Sama, a subcontractor in Nairobi, Kenya. Workers there manually label objects in your footage. They see everything you recorded, intentionally or not. 7 million pairs sold in 25 alone. Every single pair generates training data that flows through human eyes in Kenya. Workers told Swedish journalists they see people undressing, using bathrooms, having sex, and accidentally filming bank card details. One worker said, we see everything from living rooms to naked bodies. Meta's automatic face anonymization is supposed to protect people in the footage. Workers say it fails in certain lighting. Faces that should be blurred are sometimes fully visible. The person you recorded without knowing, a stranger in Nairobi, can identify them. Buried in Meta's terms of service is one sentence doing enormous legal work. The company reserves the right to conduct manual human review of your AI interactions. That's the legal cover for routing intimate footage from Western homes to a $2 per hour labor force operating under NDAs, office surveillance cameras, and a strict no questions policy. Workers say if you raise concerns about what you're seeing, you're fired. This is the same company, Sama, that Time exposed in 2023 for paying Kenyan workers $2 an hour to label graphic content for OpenAI while being billed at $12.50 per hour per worker. Workers described the experience as torture. Sama ended that contract, then pivoted to labeling Meta's glasses footage. Same workforce, same rates. Meta markets these glasses as designed with your privacy in mind. The privacy design is a tiny LED light on the frame that most people don't notice. The data pipeline behind it routes your bedroom footage to a contractor with a documented history of worker exploitation, failed anonymization, and union-busting lawsuits. And the next generation of these glasses, Meta is planning to add facial recognition. The same system that can't reliably blur faces in training data wants to start identifying them on purpose. The LED light on the frame is doing about as much as for your privacy as the terms of service nobody reads. Holy cow. So, everybody, when you talk to somebody with glasses, look for an LED light either here or here. Okay? And if you see it, it may look weird. That means you're being recorded. Stay vigilant. Stay vigilant. Stay vigilant. Okay? Yikes. Hey, let's go here. The 4-burner theory. This is interesting. Okay, the 4-burner theory. Okay, let's go. The 4-burner theory. It destroyed Elon Musk's first marriage. It explains why Bezos is jacked but divorced and why Zuckerberg has no real friends. Let's go here. Imagine your life as a stovetop. You've got 4 burners: family, work, health, friends. But in reality, to be successful, you have to turn off one. To be really successful, you must turn off 2. Okay. The concept comes from David Sedaris. He described it as casually in a dinner conversation, but it's haunted high performance ever since because it's painfully accurate. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. So let's break down each burner. The first burner, family, connection, marriage, kids. The second burner is work, career, business, ambition. The third burner is health, sleep, fitness, energy. The fourth is friends, social life, joy, belonging. Each takes gas, each needs time, but you only have so much fuel. Okay. Burner number 1. This is the one most successful people sacrifice. Why? Because family doesn't scale. You can't optimize intimacy. You can't delegate being present. So they quietly fade behind boardrooms and inboxes. Burner number 2. Work. The hardest to turn off, especially in hustle culture. Work provides identity, status, power, escape. But if you give it too much flame, the others die of starvation. Burner number 3. Health. This one doesn't scream, it whispers until it doesn't. You skip sleep, miss meals, numb with caffeine, then one day your body revolts and it's already too late. Burner number 4. Friends. The quietest casualty of all. You grow, they don't. You move, they stay. And soon you're surrounded by contacts, but no connection, likes, but no love. Let's go deeper. Elon Musk admits it. His first wife, Justine, said Elon's work always came first. I simply didn't matter. That's burner number 1, extinguished for rocket fuel. Jeff Bezos, he focused on health so hard after stepping down as CEO, he became unrecognizable. Jacked, lean, alpha, but also divorced. That's burner number 1 again, gone. So let's go here. Let's take a listen.
What's your exercise routine, just to linger on that? How much you curl? I mean, what are we talking about here? That's all I do at the gym, so
my routine, on a good day, I do about half an hour of cardio, and I do about 45 minutes of weightlifting, resistance training of some kind, mostly weights.
But almost every day you do that.
I do almost every day. I do a little bit of cardio and a little bit of weightlifting, and I rotate. I do a pulling day and a pushing day and a leg day. It's all pretty standard stuff.
Okay, let's continue. Mark Zuckerberg, billionaire introvert, hyper efficient, ruthlessly focused. He runs on work and health, but even close friends have described him as emotionally distant. Burners number 1 and 4 dimmed. Okay. Things to self-reflect. Success is not balance, it's sacrifice. If you want hyper growth, you'll bleed somewhere. If you want peace, you'll miss the spotlight. There's no way to keep all 4 burners on full blast. Success demands sacrifice. Okay. So what can you do? You can't beat the burners, but you can rotate them. Sprint at work, turn health down, but not off. Raising the kid, dial work down temporarily. Burned out, crank up health and friends. Life is not static. Your burners shouldn't be either. The goal isn't to burn all 4. It's to choose when one matters most right now and protect it like your life depends on it, because it does. Okay? Now ask yourself honestly, which burner is full? Which one is dying? Which one have you neglected for so long you forgot it existed? You don't need more productivity hacks. You need permission to choose your burner, to honor your season, to burn bright but not out. Because what's the point of becoming unstoppable if you forget who you're running from, or worse, what you're running for? Okay? This theory doesn't change how you live. It changes how you design your life. Burners off by default. Turned off with intention. No more autopilot. No more burnout. Okay? Once again, there's a certain content creator that is going through this very model right now. There's a certain content creator right now going through this. Right? You can tell which burners are turned off and which burners are turned on. And you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Good stuff. Hopefully this may resonate with some of you guys. All right, let's go. Let's continue. Okay. let me wrap this up real quick. Now I know I haven't forgotten my fashion Friday, Saturday, so tomorrow we'll do some fashion. But as of right now, Paris Fashion Week is on and popping. So real quick, I want to cover Rick Owens. So this is NBA YoungBoy in Paris for the Rick Owens fashion show, y'all. Okay? I'm here for it. Come on. All right, that's NBA YoungBoy in Paris Fashion Week. Okay? That man can barely walk in those boots. Okay. Okay. I don't know who's looking to be more zesty, him or Playboy Cardi. Okay, so now let's go check out Rick Owens' fashion show. Once again, this is Paris Fashion Week. It's popping right now. All right. Let me play some background music. Where's my music? Okay. All right, let's go. Paris Fashion Week. This is Rick Owens. Rick Owens, you know who he is. He's a fashion designer. He's also married to Michelle Lamy. Michelle Lamy she predates Marina Abramovich. If you don't know who Michelle Lamy is, here a little bit behind the 8 ball. Okay, let's go. I want to check this out. I want to see, well, and we'll go over the fashions. Okay, let's go. This is Rick Owens. Rick Owens. This is fall winter collection. Okay, I would just say think Marilyn Manson. Think The Cure. Yeah. Okay. Rick Owens is a very big thing. Shatira, what you talking about? Rick Owens never left. This smoky, what is it? What, you can't see anything, man. All the smoke. Oh, this is poorly shot. I can't see the fashions. What in the hell were they thinking with this? Oh, this is a poorly shot. NBA YoungBoy somewhere in this. Oh, this is poorly shot. You can't see anything, man. The smoking lights. Oh, somebody needs an ass whoop for this. Because I want to see the actual, Okay. Man, they're really doing these outfits a disservice. Because you can't see shit. Okay, let me do this. Hold on. Let me change this. Let me up the quality. Can we go to high def? It won't be much better. still can't. This is terrible. Look at all the smoke. You see the smoke machine? You see the fog machine? Wait, let me pause it. Let me see it. There's a fog machine somewhere over here. Who thought it was a good idea? I mean, I'm sure it sounded good on paper, but execution-wise, you can't see squat. Yeah, there's a fog machine somewhere over here. You can't see squat. Oh, this is terrible. Like, I really wanted to see this stuff, like, up close. And we will. We'll go to the website. Yeah, they have. Yeah, we'll go over the slideshow. Yeah, I got it already tabbed up. But I wanted to see this stuff in motion, you know? Like, I wanted to see how the fabric moves and you know, how functional this stuff was. Because this stuff, honestly, it looked kind of functional. Yeah, they got fog machines. This is not a bad. This is a horrible idea. What they got the Hobbit ears or the elf ears? Oh my goodness. Okay. See, the boots look functional. I mean, you would have to alter your gait a bit, but the boots look pretty functional. Like, I'm not mad at the boots. Like, his boot collection is pretty on point. I mean, if you're into that type, but you know, see our little elf ears? That's cute. See, that's a cool outfit, but I can't see shit because of the smoke. See, that's not too bad either. Well, these women look super tall. These women look like daughters of Nephilim. I don't know why they just look extra tall for whatever reason. Dragging the hell out that coat. They're dragging the hell out that coat. Yeah, the boots is on point. I can't be mad at the boots at all. Like, if you get you a pair of Rick Owen boots, I'm like, okay, that's what's up. His boots definitely have a distinct look and style to them. That's for sure. This is poorly executed. Oh. So did nobody say, hey, stop with the fog? You see that? Did you see the fog machine? Hold up. I seen it. There it is right here in the corner. Like, somebody from his production team should have said, hey man, we can't stop. Turn off the fog machines. This is not smart. Not smart. Like, it's like they're trying to reinvent the runway wheel. It's like, no. Proper runway, you know, works. It works if you don't add extras to it. Them boots are cool though. Okay, that's tight. That's tight. That's tight. Her makeup made that was tight. Little elf ears. That's too cute. Yeah, them boots on point, man. I'm scared to look up the price for them joints. Yeah, this outfit's on point, and I like her makeup. Yeah. All this damn smoke. Well, these girls are tall and long. Ooh, they tall and long. Well, that coat's cool. Okay, this is Definitely like Bene Gesserit vibes. This is definitely Blade Runner 2049 vibes. A shame. This is a shame. I really wanted to see all this in like 4K. This is a shame. See, these dresses are cool. I'm not mad at the coats. Yeah, the boots on point. I ain't seen one bad pair of boots. Those boots on point. Yeah, those boots on point. See, I like that look. That was cool. This is cool. I'm starting to like that coat dragging on the floor. It's growing on me. They put the end card. I can't even see the guy. Where you at, Rick? Come on out, Rick. Rick, come on out. Rick, you not coming out? Rick's not coming out. Okay, so let's go to the website. So here are the looks. Well, some of the looks. Okay, 43. Well, this is the men's. We want the women's. Yeah, the boots on point, man. Even for the guys. Not my style, but it's, if a motherfucker would say, hey, Sly, I'm gifting you a pair of Rick Owens boots. I'm like, oh, well, thank you. 9.5, please. Size 9.5. Size 9.5, please. Thank you. I like that. That's cool. That's cool too. I like that. Okay. I like that. I like that coat. I like that jacket. That bag is cool too. Okay, Rick. Rick is talking to me. I like this. Okay, Rick is talking to me. See all that smoke? You see all this smoke, man? It just ruins these shots. It ruins all of these shots. Look at all this damn useless smoke. I like that. Okay. This is definitely like house harkening vibes. There he is. There's the man, Rick Owens. Let me see. Okay, let's go here. Okay, here we go. Here comes some ladies. All right, they got the black pupils to add to the look. Okay, let me listen. These boots are fire. This outfit is on point. Oh, I love this outfit. Oh, I love this fit. Oh, I love it. I love it. The color. Yeah, so they all got dark pupils. Okay, but that shit, this outfit right here, killing it. That's clean as hell. That's clean as hell too. Okay. These are some great looks. Okay, I like this. Okay. Great looks. Damn it, Rick Owens. I was not familiar with your game, sir, but now I am. Okay. I like this except the shoulder pads. If you didn't have all this extra here, this was chopped off at the shoulders, that's cool. Same thing here. Oh, I love all this. All this right here. Just chop this shit off. Okay, I like this. Man, that's a clean outfit, man. Oh man. That's clean as hell. Okay. Damn, that's okay. I like the pants and the boots. Yeah. With the crazy belt attachment to it. Oh, okay, Rick Owens. This shit goes hard. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, black. I like that. Okay. Man, it's hard not to like this stuff. Man, hey, right? Let's everybody go embrace our gothy side, you know? I'm loving these looks. Now that I like that. It didn't work for me in this color, but the black, oh shit. The black works for me. Man, those pants and that boot combination. With like a tight mesh shirt. Man, shout out to Rick Owens, man. Killed it with this. Yeah, I'm okay. Okay, Rick. Now we gotta go see how much these boots cost. Oh Lord, I'm scared to go look. Let's go see how much these boots gonna cost us, y'all. Let's go see how much. Oh shit, how much are Rick Owens boots? Knew it. Damn it. $1,500 to $3,000. Tractor boots, $2,500 to $3,000. Bogan boots, $1,700 to $2,800. The grill wedge can exceed $5,000. That is insane. Let's go here. These are $4,400. $4,400. Grilled motor wedge. These grilled motor wedge are above ankle height. They have an angled heel counter with top stitching, a front flap that fastens with a snap, and concealed zipper. They feature a 14 centimeter concealed wedge and a thick covered front platform, 8 centimeters, and a beveled grill with silver rivets. This shit looks like it took. This is like some serious craftsmanship. Wow. Genuine python snakeskin has been tanned with wax and then colored by a manual multi-step process, which includes lifting and lowering the scales to the color underneath and on top. Wow. Python skin, y'all. Python is protected by the city's agreement and regulations, which means each skin can be traced back to its origin. This tannery is LWG certified with a silver rating. So material upper 100% python leather, cheesy peach, lining calf leather, insole calf leather, sole cow leather, sole detail, thermoplastic polyurethane. Man, holy cow. This is man, you know what? Shit. $4,400. I'm not mad. Now these are ones I've seen everybody got, the mega tractors. I've seen everybody in these. The mega tractors. Calf leather, veg tan, finished natural waxes. Silver rating. These are $2,100. I can't be mad, y'all. I can't be mad at these. I like this shit, man. I can't even sit here in front, y'all. Oh, these is crazy. $1,700. Oh, these look crazy. These look like goddamn when you break your ankle, the boot. An orthopedic boot. These joints look like orthopedic boots. Oh no. $1,500 for these. These joints is $1,200. What are these? $1,200. Oh man. I can't be mad at this shit. These are $2,500. How much are these? $2,000. That's $1,500. That's $1,500. $1,100. $2,100. $1,100. $1,100. Yo, it's on sale. These shits was $2,000. It's on sale for $1,100. Wow. Wow. $1,200. These are on sale. These were $2,100. These were $2,200 down to $1,300. That's crazy. $1,900. $2,100. Okay, let me find those pants. Because those pants was on point. Let me see. Let's see men. Let's do men. Give me. You want pants? Bottoms? Wait, let me see. So he got collaborations with Montclair, Doc Martens, Champion, Converse. Killing it right now. So let's go. I want to see their hoodies too. Hoodies and tops. No, hoodies. Let's do bottoms. Let's see what the bottoms are. Oh, here we go. Okay. These right here, this is what I like. These over here, the moto pants. $4,000. My God. $4,000. These here, $4,800. $1,300. $4,300. So if it's leather, you're gonna pay out the nose. $4,000. $22,000. Holy cow. This is only $1,200. Okay. Track pants, $1,000. Shoot. Okay, those look all right. 1,300. $10,000. Holy cow. Why is this $10,000? I need to know why this is $10,000. $11,000 basically. Coral Python. High-waisted, slim fit, 5-pocket jean with a floor-length boot cut. Concealed button fly, waistband, center button, belt loops. Genuine Python snakeskin. Jeezy Pete's. Python's lookout. Oh, look at this shit. This product is not eligible for shipment to California. Ain't that about it just... Ain't that something? But they look good though. This shit look good. I can't there's nothing for me to hate. I like these right here. $2,000. $3,300. Shit. Man, get your coins, Rick Owens. Sir, get your coins. I like these right here. Oh, that's $1,700. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. Okay, what do we so we did the bottoms. Let's look at the bags. Yes. Let's look at the bags. Let's take a look. The minimalist. These are bigger ones. 2,500. Oh shit, 2,500. How much is this one? The mini Griffin, $2,800. What in the hell? Big Pillow Griffin, $2,000. Pillow Griffin, $1,900. I like that. Gemini bag, $2,700. Jeezy Peach. $4,600. $1,900. $1,700. They look good though. $1,900. $11. This is on sale, y'all. It was $1,900. It's on sale for $1,140. Jeezy Peach. This one was $2,000. Now it's down to $1,200. This one was $1,600. Now it's down to $1,000. Wow. Okay. Let's keep it going. So we looked at bags. We looked at bottoms. Do we want to look at hoodies, sweatshirts? And then we'll look at some women's stuff. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, okay, now. $600. Now these look good. This one right here, the Mountain Hun hoodie, $930. This is about as bad as Kanye's sweats. This is about as bad as Kanye's sweats. But this right here, this Mountain Hun hoodie, this goes hard. I like this. $930. $930. These are good. These look good. Now, I can go to Old Navy and find this all day. I can go to Old Navy, find this all day for $25. I mean, let's keep it a buck. Okay, let's go to the women. Let's see what they got for us for the women. Women's. Let's do. What did I like? So we've seen the boots. Well, let's go shoes. These are the women's shoes. that. This is on sale for $1,800. It was $3,000. Cheesy Pete's. 2,500. 1,100. It's on sale. It was $1,960. These are interesting. For $1,000. Rick, you're killing me right now, bruh. Rick is killing me. This is $1,900. This is down from $3,200. This is on sale for $1,200. They look good though. $1,300. A rack. That kind of looks alright. $1,300. $1,200. Okay. I'm not a fan of tennis shoes. I don't care for the tennis shoes like that. Back to the women's. Okay. Bags. We did bottoms. Or no, we did shoes. Let's do bottoms. And then we'll look at the dresses. Yeah, hit a women's right here. $4,800. Cheesy Pete's. I like this right here. $740. That right there too. The drawstring bias. $900. These look good right here. I like all this. $700. These drawstring bottoms. Yeah, these are cute. All right, these are cute as fuck. All right. A rack. This shit looks good. $1,300. These just look. Listen, I can't front. These look good. Wow. Even this little shimmery Studio 54 shit right here. $2,500. A rack. $4,100. These actually look good. $1,200. No, sir, not for that. Not for that. I can't even be. There's nothing to hate. There's nothing to hate on. So we did. So let's check out the dresses. Okay. Now we talking about language. These look good. That looks good. I like these slip gowns. Okay. Okay, these look good. $4,200. Oh no. $2,800. Oh, what is this? $1,400. God damn it. I like that. Ziggy Mini. $400. $500. This is a rack. That's a rack. These all look good. These look good. $1,800. Okay. Man, I gotta put some more respect on Rick Owens, man. Oh, I'm late to the party. $1,500. That looks good. This is definitely some what do they call them? The Fremen. This is like some shit the Fremen wear in Dune. I like this dress. Okay. This is interesting. This was $1,900. Now it's on sale for $1,100. This is $19,000. Why is this $19,000, sir? I need to know why. Why is this outfit $19,000? Long dress, black rapone, cow leather. Oh, that's all leather. Okay. Victor long dress, floor length, front and back. Heavyweight cow grope on leather. Has a flat and matte surface and a rigid hand feel. Gold rating. Materials 100% cow, real fur, Cheesy Pete's. Poor cows. But this shit, this looks good. But 20 racks though, son. Somebody gonna pay for it. I can't be mad. Okay, this is like Return of the Jedi. This looks like what Jedis will wear. Oh, that's what's up. Okay. Let me see. Last one. Let's see what he got for the kids, y'all. Let's see what he got for the kids. Don't you want to see what he has for the kids? Let's see what he all has for the kids. Oh, these are cute. Oh, okay, little flight jackets. Little flight jackets. Okay. And little t-shirts, little hoodies. Okay. Oh, I like the way the zipper go. Oh, I see. The zipper. So that zipper just curves off to the left. Or actually be to the right. Okay. That's different. Oh, little onesies for the babies. Oh, I shouldn't have seen this. This does not help my baby fever at all. Damn it. That's too cute. Those are adorable. Oh, more onesies. Oh my gosh, no more onesies. Please stop. These are adorable. These are adorable. Okay. Drawstring joggers. I don't like this shit with the crotch. I don't like that. That looks weird. It's like you're inviting somebody. You know what I'm saying? In a subconscious way. The vintage baby sneaks. Oh, that's cute. I should not have seen this. I don't need to see the baby stuff. Okay, I'm out of here, y'all. I'm out of here. Good morning. What you talking about? Shit. We about to do this good night. Yeah, so that was quick little I'm sorry it was late, but I took a stupid long ass nap and I'm wide awake, and I just figured I hop on and, you know, play some things for y'all and entertain y'all for a little bit. So I've been on for 2 hours, perfect timing. So I'm out of here. Tomorrow I'll be back tomorrow, I promise. With that being said, you getting ready for work? Damn, they got you working on a Saturday, sis? Like, wait, you working corporate America? I ain't trying to be nosy. I'm not trying to be nosy, but dang, you working on the weekend, son? Tell them you take a mental health day off. You getting ready for work too? God damn. What kind of jobs y'all got? I'm off tomorrow, so I'm off. My Saturdays are free until the 21st. Then I'm back on job number 2. Then I got spring break, and then it's back, to all 3 jobs. So you used to it. I hear you. Well, as long as you like it, you love it, you know, that's all that matters then. But damn, y'all, yeah, shit, tell me, hey, look here, boss, I was tired, boss. Go to HR, be like, eyes tired. So, all right, y'all get out of here. Enjoy the rest of y'all's day. I'll check in with y'all in a few hours in the morning. With that being said, okay. Until then.